Good morning mga kabarkada. It's another Saturday morning na magkasama tayo at good morning sa iyo, Cecil.
Good morning, Bong, at good day po sa inyong lahat.
O Cecil, bakit parang mababa ang energy level mo at saka meron ka pang eye bags? Nakatulog ka ba kagabi?
Hindi nga masyado eh. 3 o'clock na ako nakatulog. Tapos nandito pa tayo ngayon sa Asmara Spa ng Taal Vista Hotel. Napakaganda ng ambience. Inaantok ako talaga.
Tama ka dyan, Cecil, dahil kasi nga makikita mo dito sa Asmara Spa, talaga namang very peaceful at eksaktong-eksakto ang ating topic. Dahil pag-uusapan natin ay tungkol sa isang sleeping disorder na tinatawag nating insomnia.
Nako, makikinig akong maigi sa episode natin ito. Kayo rin na kung matulog ay alas 3 o alas 4 ng madaling araw, sigurado marami kayong matututunan.
Kaya samahan niyo po kami ngayong umaga dito po sa #1 na health and travel show sa telebisyon. This is Generation RX, now signing on.
Most adults have experienced insomnia or sleeplessness at one time or another in their lives. Kaya naman ating pag-usapan kung ano nga ba itong insomnia.
Insomnia is actually one of the more common sleep disorders. In the sleep clinic, it comprises, I think, around more than half of patients. Pag sinabi nating insomnia, there are several kinds. It can actually mean difficulty in falling asleep, or for people who do fall asleep, nagigising sila ng maaga. So, generally, it means non-restorative sleep. Sabihin, pagising mo, parang bitin, parang kulang ang tulog, so you don't feel refreshed. They consider it as a cause, mostly because of 3 things. That means na merong predisposition, merong precipitating factor, and merong perpetuating factors. Ibig sabihin, may mga certain personalities and certain kinds of people more prone to develop insomnia. People who tend to be obsessive-compulsive, yung mga perfectionists. Ngayon yung pinatawag na precipitating, usually may trigger. And then the third is the perpetuating. Sabihin, if people have insomnia for a long period of time, what happens is they tend to develop habits that are not really good and sometimes perpetuates the insomnia.
An estimated 30 to 50% of the population is affected by insomnia. Kaya talaga naman makikita nyo nakakabahala itong problemang ito.
Well, insomnia tends to affect women more than men, no? Depending on the cause of the insomnia. Most of the time, it tends to affect women because women are more emotional. They find it difficult to express themselves.
Sa pagbabalik ng Generation RX, alamin natin ang mga paraan upang makaiwas sa pagkakaroon ng insomnia. Abangan. Ngayon, alam na natin ang mga paraan kung paano makakaiwas sa pagkakaroon ng insomnia. Meron pang isang paraan na hindi lamang kayo mag-e-enjoy, siguradong marerelax pa kayo.
Tama ka dyan, Bong. At yan ay sa tulong ng isang napakasarap at very relaxing na spa massage.
Kasi marami naman akong ginagawa kapag hindi ako makatulog. The problem is, the next day is very sleepy ka kasi you lack a lot of sleep. Lalo na when the job requires you to be awake all day.
Sapat na pahinga at tulog ang kailangan upang magkaroon tayo ng mas productive na buhay sa araw-araw. Ngunit, paano ba natin iwasan ang pagkakaroon ng insomnia?
Kung meron kang problems with sleeping, no, with insomnia, is that most of the time, you feel sleepy during the daytime, and ang weird doon is that you feel sleepy but you cannot sleep. If you have it long enough, it can actually lead to psychological disorders such as depression or anxiety. The management of insomnia is very complex. That is why it's very important to see a specialist. Insomnia is actually a symptom. Ibig sabihin, manifestation siya ng disease. So we have to find out what's causing it. There are certain medical diseases that can also cause insomnia. There are certain medications that can cause insomnia. So you have to see a specialist who will get a complete and comprehensive history to really, parang himayin, no, kung ano yung cause ng problema. Because once you find the cause, then it's easier to treat. Actually, what we want to focus on are foods and things that you take that can actually promote insomnia. So it's actually the opposite. So what we ask our patients to check and to look into is the amount of caffeine that they take. The other thing is nicotine. A lot of people smoke and ang akala nila is it will help promote sleep. Actually, it's opposite. Nicotine will actually keep you awake, so it also adds to the insomnia.
I drink hot milk before I sleep para masarap yung tulog ko. So the next day, energetic na ako and hindi ako inaantok.
Insomnia is a symptom, not a standalone diagnosis or a disease.
Rebound insomnia is a term that we use for people who are taking medications for a long period of time. Sabihin, people who are on sleeping agents or sleep-promoting pills and they've been taking it for weeks and months. And then if they suddenly stop, what happens is parang namimiss nung brain nila yung gamot and they end up having a rebound of the insomnia. As a parting word, I'd just like to emphasize na insomnia is an important disorder. And it can actually have long-term effects on our general health and well-being. So it's actually important to see a doctor, to see a specialist as soon as possible so that you don't have a chronic insomnia which is harder to treat.
Many people will have insomnia during the acute phase of their mental illness.
And as mentioned earlier, anxiety and depression is strongly associated with insomnia. Kaya mga kabarkada, ang tip ko sa inyo, huwag dibdibin ang inyong mga problema. Just pray.
Tama ka dyan, Cecil. Ang lahat ng problema ay may solusyon. And always remember, don't forget to laugh.
Salamat po mga kabarkada at sinamahan nyo kami sa isang araw na naman ng makabuluhang talakayan.
Like us on Facebook by typing Generation RX. Till next week,
This is Generation RX, your health and travel show that keeps you informed. Now signing off.